So now the 5-string bass body has had sanding sealer on it. I've sanded it down to 320. Feels smooth and everything all around. So now what I'm going to do is I have some blue tinted clear coat. This is polyacrylic by Minwax, and I have some aniline wood dye. Basically is what it is. It's a water-based dye, and I mix it with this, and it tints my clear coat. So I'm going to take some of this and mix it in some clear coat, and I'm going to paint this a blue clear, basically a transparent clear, and see how she comes out. So I don't want to get paint or anything or clear coat all over my camera, so I don't film while I'm painting, and I do it in an enclosed little room I have here. So I will be back when the painting's dry enough to handle, and probably have to give it a couple or 3 coats. So I'm back from painting the body. Actually, this is July 29th. I've actually finished the base in the middle of June, so I didn't record painting anything like that, and actually I have it the whole thing assembled now. This is what we've been nicknamed blue on black. Whoops, I left the tuner on there. I just tuned it. There's a scuff mark on the back here. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. I'll tell you about that here in a second. But there it is. I did the clear coat, blue tinted clear coat on the top, and I could not get the effect I wanted. I got frustrated. I didn't video any of the steps after that, after the painting. And actually everybody that's seen it on Instagram and everywhere else loves it. So I guess it was a good mistake. On the back I did just solid blue, and on the edges I used stained clear coat on the neck as well. The frets are all polished, rounded off, leveled. There's no fret sprout or anything. Since it's been finished a little over a month, it holds tune pretty well. I just tuned it. Most of the strings were a little flat, and the bottom 2 were right in tune, which surprised me. All in all, I don't know much about basses. It seems to be a pretty good bass. I think it has a little head dive. It seems a little neck heavy. Body's real light. About like the Glary, I think, as far as neck dive goes. The controls on it, when I went to wire it up, everything I could find online for a 5-string like this with 5 potentiometers or 5 knobs had a module in it. This kit did not have a module in it, so I looked everywhere to find wiring for it. Because in the manual that Bargain Musicians sent with the kit, it just said look it up online. So I emailed Zane, and he responded really quickly and gave me a wiring diagram. And he told me, he said, you can buy an optional module to put in it, or you can wire it with 2 tones, a volume for each pickup, and then a master volume, which is what I did with this. So this is the master volume, up and down sound. This is the bridge tone. Of course, this is the neck and the neck tone. I will do a little sound test as usual. Everything will be set on 5. I'll have it in the little Glary amplifier through my digital recorder, and I'm not much of a bass player, and I can barely play guitar, and so I'm just gonna do a little quick riff and let you hear it. Okay, I'm sitting way back here because I had planned on using a strap and then standing closer to the camera. You don't want to see me anyway. You just want to see how this is going to work. So the strap came loose and the bass went falling to the ground. It broke my cable and went crashing down, and that's where some of the scuffs that I was telling you about on the back came from. So I got another cable, got it all ready to go here, and I'm going to give you a little sound test. Now this usually does not hum. I notice in the amp recorder I'm hearing a lot of hum right now, and I usually don't have that. So maybe the cable I'm using or something else, I'm not sure. Maybe something through the recorder here. I had to go through and repair a lot of fluorescent lights in here, so that may have something to do with it too. The bass, I did shield all the cavities and everything. So here we go. I'll do it with all volumes up, all tones set to high. Okay, so we'll just go with the next pickup first. That was the neck pickup. Now do the bridge pickup. Okay. So, I'm no bass player, I'm barely a guitar player, I'm not really a guitar player, I make noise on it. So, if you can tell, it does put out sound. From what everybody tells me, it sounds good, my hearing's not that good, and of course, this setup's not going to be a very good representation of what it really sounds like. This was a Blemish kit that I got really cheap for less than half price of what regular retail is on it. But so I think it came out just as good as a non-blemish kit actually that you would have got. The blemishes were not that bad really. I mean, nothing that couldn't be covered up with a little wood filler. None of these kits are perfect. So I'm pretty pleased with it. Maybe I'll learn to play bass, or maybe I'll give it away or sell it or something. I'm really not sure. I'm sorry for all the hum that it picked up. Would like to check something real quick. That's what it was with the recorder in it. For some reason it's picking up the hums. So for somebody that wants a beginner instrument, it's a pretty good instrument, I think. It's a beginner instrument. I mean, the hardware you get with it and everything are the same thing you would get in a beginner instrument, that I can tell anyway. The bridge, to me, was heavier than the Glary bridge. There's some other things about it seemed a little bit more maybe sturdy. The neck holds shape, everything really well. Neck's good. I mean, it's the frets polished up really nice, and it holds tunes. So Can't ask for much more than that unless you want to spend a whole lot more money for a fender or something like that that's going to cost you way more. So if you're looking to do something like this, I highly recommend Bargain Musician. Now, when the bass fell to the floor, I had this glary strap on it. I was tuning it, getting ready for the video, so do not trust these straps. So I was just standing here tuning, the bass went bam on the concrete floor and broke my cable. It pulled it like that, so. Luckily, it's a cheap cable. Came in one of the kits that I got. So, no big deal really, but if it had been a good expensive cable and if it had really damaged my bass, I'd have been really upset. So, do not trust these. Even if you got a good strap, I recommend strap locks like the one I got on my first build. Those things do not come. I've had my leather strap come loose and almost drop a guitar. So I highly recommend strap locks. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.